LeBron James, and he got the boot last night, a flagrant 2, as his fist or forearm or both came in contact with the 20-year-old Isaiah Stewart with the Pistons there. And then it was on, and could have been ugly. And holding Stewart back because he wanted a piece of LeBron James. Now, I know the Lakers, I think the Lakers have a game, I think, on Thanksgiving against the Knicks in the Garden. Does that sound right, McLevin? Because I wonder if the NBA...
Actually, they play the Knicks tomorrow night.
Okay. So tomorrow night.
That's a big game, too.
Okay. All right. Because if you're going to suspend him, then are they going to suspend him for that game in the Garden? Yeah, Paulie.
The Detroit Pistons travel to Los Angeles to play the Lakers next Sunday. National TV, by the way.
Here is the call on Spectrum Sportsnet last night.
Stewart and LeBron. Stewart is hot. And everybody's coming out now.
Now, this is ridiculous. Yeah, he must have caught an elbow or something, but...
Oh, yeah, he's got a lot of blood streaming from the side of the eye. Look, here goes Stewart.
Yeah, I think he's a little upset.
You've got coaches. You got security guys. Look at Dwayne Casey's like, just calm down.
All right. You know, I guess if you look at the letter of the rule here with the NBA, punching fouls, any player throws a punch, whether it connects or not, has committed an unsportsmanlike act. He'll be ejected following confirmation during review by instant replay and suspended for a minimum of 1 game. Now, it was a backhand fist to the side of Stewart's face and drew blood. Is that enough to suspend LeBron? LeBron, made it seem like, hey, I'm sorry I did it, but you still hit him. You didn't meet it, but Stewart sees the blood, and then all of a sudden he wants a piece of LeBron. The person I would come down on harder in this is Isaiah Stewart. LeBron, if you want to suspend him, suspend him. But Stewart, what he did, he tried to escalate this. And he went at LeBron a couple of times and then tried to go behind in the bowels of the stadium to get to LeBron and get to the Lakers. I would sit him down for, at least 3 games. Because you can't have that. This is not the 70s NBA. This is multi-billion-dollar companies. These players are making $40, $50 million a year. You can't have this. And I would make sure Stewart knows, while you did get bloodied, we're going to punish LeBron, but you cannot do what you did. And therefore, I'd put him down for at least 3 games, maybe even 5 games. Yes, Todd.
On the other end, even though it's not intentionally, you didn't want to cut his eye open, there's still something to be said for a careless swing of your arm when you're not sure what's going to happen to the person that's on the receiving end of that.
Well, that was intentional. The blood wasn't intentional. I think he was like, hey, get off, and he smacked him, and then the blood happened. If there's no blood, is there a different reaction there? Is he thrown from the game? I don't know. But I would suspend LeBron for a game, and I would suspend Isaiah Stewart for a few. Because that, to me, is the bigger picture that's really bad. Could have been horrible of all places, Detroit. Yeah, Paul.
Everyone's wanted to punch a Piston named Isaiah once or twice in their life.
Wow.
Too soon?
Yeah.
I'm actually a Zeke fan,
Yeah.
so it's...
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, now you are. Yeah.
Michael Jordan liked that joke.
Poll question from the first hour, McLevin.
Should LeBron be suspended? 84% say yes.
Yeah. I'd sit him down a game. Yeah, I would. Now, I don't know when they're going to rule on this, but I would sit him down for a game with what happened in Detroit last night. And Isaiah Stewart, the 20-year-old, I would sit him down for at least 3 games, maybe upwards of 5 games, because he was trying to escalate this. You must leave the court in a timely fashion, and he did not. And he was going after LeBron a couple of times. The Lakers play the Knicks Tuesday night in the Garden, national TV. McLevin?
Are we ruling on the outcome instead of the intent? Because if that sort of whatever it was, punch had landed in the midsection, we never would even notice it. It just happened to catch him in a weird way and cause all this blood. Was it really that bad of a hit?
Well, it's LeBron, first of all. If it was, a nondescript game or nondescript players, then no, we probably wouldn't have noticed it. But with LeBron, you notice everything. And there's a faction of the audience, fans, who are looking for anything negative with LeBron James. That's uncharacteristic of him to do what he did. He's not that kind of player. But he did it. And yes, does the blood make it feel a little bit more egregious? Yeah, it does. And he can say, I didn't mean to do it, but you did it. Is he treated differently if he said, yep, I meant to do that? But you sit him down for one game. I think that goes along with throwing a punch. You are suspended for one game. Not exactly a punch, but it kind of had the same effect as throwing a punch. As for Isaiah Stewart, that cannot happen. You have accidents, guys get elbowed. There are injuries, accidental injuries. This wasn't an accidental one, I don't think. I think LeBron meant to, draw contact with him. Did he mean to draw blood? Probably not. But you're gonna have to sit him down for a game, and Isaiah Stewart, I'd do the same thing. At least 3.